He likes to call himself the perfect 10, but the only way I'd give Shawn Spears a 10 would be if he joined the Dark Order and gave himself a negative 10 instead. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Whether he's a perfect 10, whether he is a negative 10, Shawn Spears will no longer be a 10 in AEW as he is departing from the company. He's been there since day one. He's been an AEW original, so to speak, after his career in WWE failed. Whether you want to call it a career or not, his cup of coffee in WWE failed. The coffee turned lukewarm and he decided that he wasn't cut out for that. Or should I say WWE decided. But he did get a career in AEW. He had a almost 5-year run, I guess, in AEW. 5 years, 4 years, so he's probably made a lot of money. We know Tony Khan likes to hand out these big contracts to anybody who has had a sniff of WWE in the past. So Shawn Spears, financially, he's probably done okay. But speaking of doing okay, he's probably done better than that, because he is married to Casey Lee, aka Peyton Royce, from the WWE. So he's doing okay for himself. I'm sure he isn't exactly terrified of the fact that he is going home and he's getting to spend time with his hot wife. And they're also having a second kid on the way in 2024. So he says he decided he wanted to leave. It's not him being cut. Shawn Spears came out and says it was his decision, essentially, to leave AEW. Now, he hasn't wrestled on Dynamite since 2022, and I think it was midway through 2022, so we're looking at almost a year and a half where this guy has practically done nothing. He was the chairman for a while, he was in the Pinnacle faction, he was MJF's right-hand man, but since then, he really has done nothing but take up a space, take up a slot on the AEW roster page. So he can say it was his decision to leave, and maybe it was, but I don't think this guy had any future with AEW, and it's probably just a matter of time before All Elite Wrestling decided that they were going to part ways with Shawn Spears. So it looks like he's jumped instead of being pushed. But this is what he said on Twitter, quote, "What a wonderful time it has been. Thank you, AEW, for allowing me to be there from the ground level. It's been a fantastic 5 years of growth and personal development. This is a personal choice, and one that is best for me and my family at this time. Thank you to all the staff at AEW and talent alike for the memories." End of quote. He then went on to say, "Most importantly, to the incredible fans of all professional wrestling, I love you guys. I really do." So, Shawn Spears leaving AEW. Does this mean that he's done with wrestling? Is he maybe looking at a different path? Who knows? We know that TNA are going all out to try and hire and sign anybody they possibly can heading into 2024. With the new TNA name change, they're trying to make an impact, pun intended, and they are looking for any sort of credible names they could get. I don't think Shawn Spears is a game changer. In fact, I know Shawn Spears isn't a game changer, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an offer from TNA, and I think we will see Shawn Spears appear in TNA at some time during 2024. We know his wife already worked there. She was part of the Iconics. I can't remember what their names were, though, in TNA. It was something similar, and I wouldn't be surprised maybe if she ends up in TNA as well after the kid. But yeah, Shawn Spears, I'm not going to miss him. I don't think anyone's going to miss him. And yeah, Shawn Spears, what can we say? Just a guy that has been, he's not even been mid-card. Mid-card would be generous for Shawn Spears. He's just been a guy that is essentially a low-level jobber. I think that's how we're going to sum up Shawn Spears. Anything but a perfect 10. This guy was, the whole 10 thing, we've seen Mr. Perfect, we've seen the vignettes, we've seen the Perfect Plex. Mr. Perfect looked like a guy, he walked like a guy, he talked like a guy that was perfect and could get away with calling himself perfect. It was believable that Mr. Perfect was perfect. This Shawn Spears guy coming out, calling himself the Perfect 10, it was never believable. You could never buy it. Nobody really believed he was anything close to being 10 out of 10. And it was just doomed to fail from the beginning in WWE. And then the chairman, I mean, I guess it worked while he was riding MJF's coattails, but once that went tits up, it was all over for Shawn Spears. So there you go, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. Are you going to miss Shawn Spears? I can't imagine so. Let us know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, though, peace.